For me, music is a state of mind. I think it defines your mood. For me, music is something which can change my mood. I might be in the worst possible mood, and if I listen to good music, it can make me feel better. I think it's a great way to pass time, especially with the Mumbai traffic and the traffic in general in big cities these days. It's a great way to pass time. It's one of my favorite things to do in the car. And I think music is a huge part of who I am as a creative person. I'm an actor. I also love dancing. So it's a huge part of me, the creative person that I am, and the job that I do. So it's a very big part of my life, I'd say. I don't have a very intellectual opinion or understanding of music. If I like listening to something, I like listening to it. For me, it's not defined by whether it's old or new, or whether it is something I've heard before or not heard before. So I don't have any reservations towards remixes or listening to old music which has been reformatted or redone I have no such issues. So I'm very happy listening to music that I enjoy listening to. It's as simple as that for me. Right now, I'd like music which plays on time, because that is what is very essential. No, I like all kinds of music. I listen to a lot of Hindi film music because I think it's something that I do and I really enjoy, and I think it represents our culture the best. I listen to a lot of house music. I like attending music festivals internationally. Yeah, so I think it's about my mood. If I'm in the mood for romantic music, I listen to romantic music. If I'm in the mood to listen to something that gets the day going for me, especially because most of the times actors are underslept because our timings are a little all over the place. I like listening to peppy music. You know, the most unfortunate thing जब आप किसी भी award function में perform कर रहे होते हैं तो unfortunately आप ज़्यादातर performances देख नहीं पाते because you're backstage. And that's what happened for me also. I think it was Ranbir's first performance, and we spent some time together. मैंने उसकी कुछ rehearsals देखी थी, and I thought he was very good. एक तरफ मुझे ऐसा लगता है that what is life all about if you can't have a little fun? तो there has to be some kind of a system which we must find के जहाँ पे people can enjoy themselves and have a good time without feeling guilty about it. Why should I feel guilty if I worked so hard all day? अगर मैंने पूरे दिन इतनी मेहनत की है, मैं ज़िंदगी भर बहुत काम करता हूँ, बहुत मेहनत करता हूँ, और अगर मैं जाके पूरी रात पूरे दिन जितना टाइम नाचना चाहूँ नहीं नाच सकता, तो I feel it takes away from my freedom. I feel कि why should I feel guilty about enjoying myself? So I don't think there's anything wrong with partying till late or listening to loud music. हाँ, we must find places जहाँ पे लोग disturb ना हो, जो मुंबई जैसे शहर में मुश्किल है. So I think it's about your relationship with your neighbors. If you're having a party in your house and if your neighbors are comfortable with it, because I'm sure at some point वो लोग भी कोई party रखेंगे जहाँ पे वो लोग loud music बजाएंगे, and if I can adjust to them and they can adjust to me, that's what matters. But I do feel that a very big deal gets made out about the fact कि वो पार्टी 4 बजे तक चल रही थी और 4 बजे लोग पार्टी में से निकले और लोग थोड़ा हाई थे, तो यार पार्टी में लोग क्या करेंगे? हाई नहीं होंगे तो क्या होंगे? एंजॉय नहीं करेंगे तो क्या करेंगे? So I don't think that that's something which gets represented correctly, and I think especially अगर actors ने पार्टी की और वहाँ पर अगर म्यूजिक ज़्यादा चल रही हो तो people tend to be a bit stricter, which is something I've never understood, because I think we're all young people and why shouldn't we enjoy our lives? Why not? Yes, I spent a couple of days with Ranbir and हम लोग ज़्यादा एक दूसरे को जानते नहीं हैं. This is probably the first time we spent some time. We were on the same flight, and because मैं और वो perform कर रहे थे, हम शायद एक दिन पहले गए थे बाकी सबसे. So I really enjoyed interacting with him. I think he's very talented. I love his work, and he seems like a very chilled out guy. So I enjoyed catching up with him, and it was nice. Regarding the world tour, we're in talks regarding the world tour. Actually मैं एक film कर रहा था जो मेरी अगले महीने शुरू होने वाली थी, जो मनीष शर्मा डायरेक्ट कर रहे हैं और जो आदित्य चोपड़ा प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं. और क्योंकि मनीष शर्मा को पीठ में मोच आ गई, he had a slip disc. The film has got extended by about 5-6 months. So my schedule is a little all over the place, but I would be very happy to do a world tour because it's been 5 years since I've done one. And I think it's time for the younger generation also to go out there and establish themselves and do something on our own. So I think Ranbir is doing extremely well, and it would be great to maybe do it with him. And yes, there is conversation about the world tour, लेकिन अभी तक कुछ define नहीं है. अगर मेरी dates fall, if they could fall in place, I would be very happy to do it. But I'm not clear about that right now. It will take me a couple of weeks. Regarding Chittiyan, I am not doing that film. I just want to clarify that I'm not doing that film. There was some conversation about it, and I don't know who's doing it honestly, but it's not something that I'm doing. That's all I can say. मैं Pioneer के साथ पिछले 3 साल से associated हूँ, तो पिछले 3 सालों से मेरे पास Pioneer के म्यूजिक सिस्टम्स हैं और ये लोग इतने सारे देते रहते हैं कि मैं लोगों को देता रहता हूँ. मेरे छोटे भाई को दे दिया मैंने, दोस्तों को दे दिया, because there's so many that they have and they're all very very exciting. So I wouldn't really remember which was the last one, but for the last 3 years I've had Pioneer. No, I think usually they update me. Yaar, I'm not so. Their technology is way ahead of my imagination. I would say. So a lot of things that they've come up with. Honestly, जब ये लोग मुझे बताते हैं, ऐसी जगहों पे जब मैं interact करता हूँ इन लोगों के साथ, तो पता चलता है कि there are so many new things. Like they was just telling me about how they have this new music system where you can attach your iPod and your iPhone, and all the applications on your iPod and iPhone are can get connected to your music system in the car. And they also have a new DJ system where it automatically DJs music for you from different playlists. So these are very cool things which I enjoy knowing about, and then I incorporate them. There's no unwritten rule. It's always usually written in contract and very strongly bound. These are huge multinational companies and they're very particular about the way they like it. But yes, if I'm associated with a brand and if I believe in it, then I would like to promote it and talk about it as much as possible, because I feel the success of the brand is associated with me. And if there's anything that I can do to contribute it, I feel very happy and very proud to do so. It's a film spread over 3 different time periods, and it's a romantic comedy in 3 different time periods, and talks about, yeah, that's as much as I would say right now. And Priyanka's always been a fun co-star. It's good working with her. She's a very, very good actor. And yes, we do share good chemistry, and it was enjoyable working with her, as it always is. Yes, I do seem to have taken a liking to Fuck the Chikni Chameli. That was a part of the script of the Color Screen Awards, and I quite enjoyed it. I think it was quite funny, and it was, I laughed when I read it, so I thought it was funny. Yeah, it's a very, very popular song, and the film's coming out soon, and it's looking good. And so it's a song I'm sure not just me, but everybody is listening to on their pioneer of music systems. Yeah, right now though I'm unemployed because this film which was supposed to start has got pushed ahead by 5 months. So I'm now going to listen to a lot of new stuff because I thought I knew what I was doing next, but apparently abhi to pata nahi kya karne wala hu. Yes, it's definitely on the cards, and eventually one recognizes after doing work over a period of time that eventually we are entertainers, and it's extremely essential to entertain the audience. So doing a masala entertainer, again, are 2 words which could be interpreted in many ways. I think the newer generation should not try and ape anybody else. I don't think that's something which is a formula to success. That's what I feel for our generation. We need to find our own language, we need to find our own way of entertaining the audience and reaching out to the masses. That is something which is very essential and very crucial for all of us. हम सबके लिए ज़रूरी है that we have to grow as actors. ज़्यादातर लोगों को हमारी फिल्में अच्छी लगनी चाहिए. But we cannot try and copy the older generation. I think it's important to find your own space. So coming to what you were saying, masala entertainment हमारी generation कैसे provide करेगी, ये हमें discover करना है. और I think that's something which is on the agenda, and hopefully one will try and find solutions to it.